Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Student World webinar with Georgetown ELC. Our speakers today are Stephanie, Mariana, and Lazara, and they will tell you all you need to know about studying English in Georgetown University. Go ahead, Stephanie.
All right, so thank you so much. We are so excited to be here today and to learn more about all of you who have joined us on the webinar and to share more details about studying English at Georgetown. All right, so Juliana, do we have some slides again? Perfect. Okay. So today we will do a little welcome to learn more about any of you who have joined us on the call today. We're going to share more about living in Washington, D.C. We'll share about our different intensive English programs, how to apply, and important information about getting your visa. So I'll have our staff introduce ourselves today. My name is Stephanie Gallup. I am the Associate Director for the Intensive English Program, and I work directly with both teachers and students here at Georgetown, and I can't wait to meet you all.
Hello, my name is Lazara John, and I am the new program manager here at the English Language Center, and I work with a multitude of programs here at the English Language Center, and I'm just very happy to be here with all of you. So thank you for joining us.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mariana Stone, and I'm the Student Services Manager for the English Language Center at Georgetown. I love getting to know students and helping you feel welcome, helping connect you to each other and to the community here in Washington, D.C. So I look forward to scheduling events and helping support you in a variety of ways as you come to Georgetown.
So our mission at Georgetown University in our English Language Center is connected to the university's mission at large. We promote academic excellence in teaching and learning that is guided by a Jesuit commitment to diversity, respect, and care for the individual. So now that we have told you about us, we'd love to learn a little bit more about you. So you can use the chat box now to tell us, where are you from? Where are you joining us from on this webinar today? We have students in our program from all over the world, and we would love to welcome more of you to our program in Washington, D.C. very soon. Throughout the presentation, we will be checking the chat box and the questions box. So if you'd like to communicate with us at any time, please feel free to use those features. So we have a few poll questions today as well. And our first poll question is, have you visited or studied in the U.S.? Have you visited or studied in the U.S.? So you can answer that question. Okay, and our poll number 2 is, how many years have you been using English? So we have options for 0 to 5 years, 6 to 10 years, or more than 10 years. Our students in the English Language Center have a lot of different backgrounds and experiences. So whether you've used English for just a few years or many years, we will have a program that meets your needs. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to Mariana, who will tell you more about student life in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Stephanie. Washington, D.C. is a thriving metropolis that has opportunities for people from every place and every background. It's a very exciting place to study and learn. And I'd love to share a few reasons why our students have consistently chosen Georgetown and enjoyed Washington, D.C. First, we are right in the middle of DC's historic landmarks. It's an easy walk to the President's house, the White House, which we're taking students to this week, and also an easy walk to the U.S. Capitol, where all of the laws are made, as well as the Supreme Court. All of the monuments that you may have seen if you've been a tourist here in the city are nearby, and it's really a beautiful place. It's very inspiring to study and learn here. Um, as part of my role is to create an opportunity for students to thrive outside the classroom. So we have a robust calendar of events for you to explore all around the city and the metro area to help connect you to the community here. As you see here, we take historic trips. We help you learn about the government and culture, care about your whole person, not just your mind. That's one of our Georgetown distinctives, that we care about every part of you. And so we take students on kayaking adventures and other things to help nurture your body, to help you exercise and feel your best, to help you thrive relationally and socially and spiritually. In every way, we want you to thrive. Washington, D.C. has a very exceptional restaurant scene. So if you are a foodie, this is a great place for you to come and try food from all over the world. There are many free festivals and art opportunities. Last weekend, there was an event called Art All Night. So for 2 nights, students went out and enjoyed creating and watching art being created around the city in various locations. And it is an internationally diverse city. You will not only learn English, but you will be able to interact with people from all over the world in a really creative and kind environment. One of my favorite things to introduce students to is professional and collegiate sports here in the city. We take students to sporting events for all different athletics, including right next door to our building, where professional hockey and professional basketball play regularly. Here you see one of our students with a professional basketball player. We also go to baseball, soccer or football, and American football. And the city hosts major sporting events in a variety of athletics. Washington, D.C. is also a seat of political activity. So you'll have the opportunity, being affiliated with Georgetown, to hear from major political leaders from around the world on Georgetown's campus and to interact with people around the city. This is a place where we often have dignitaries visiting, and it's exciting to be part of that kind of environment. One of my favorite parts of the city is its natural beauty. We love taking students on hikes to see the beautiful trees, to be breathing fresh air. And even though it is a city with all the amenities of a major city, it is still beautiful, and you can easily kind of escape into a park, or we have natural beauty all around. So part of our calendar involves taking students to beautiful nature around the city, and we hope that you'll join us for this as well. Many students have questions about finding housing, and that's one area that I am passionate about helping students in. Most students do find their housing on their own off campus, as students are responsible for securing housing that meets their personal needs. But we provide students with a variety of resources to help them be successful in their search. Some of the resources that we provide are neighborhood bios, so we help you, introduce you to lots of different neighborhoods in our housing guide, as well as an introduction to different websites and other resources to help you find the right place for you to thrive. Many of these are off-campus housing, like apartments, student room stay with a family, or the International Student House just down the road. This is an opportunity for students to live with students from all over the world, from studying in different universities or different internships. And they can share meals, there's a meal plan involved, and it feels like a home. There are also opportunities to live in on-campus housing nearby, in apartments with other Georgetown students here at the Capitol campus. So as you have questions about housing, I would love to help you navigate that. Do you have any questions about student life in Washington, D.C.? If you do, please type your questions in the box, and I would love to help answer those. Thank you.
All right. So now I'm going to share a few more details about the specific English language programs that we have at Georgetown. So in our programs, we run on 8-week sessions, and we also have a couple of short 3-week sessions. For our 8-week programs, you can join us in January, March, May, August, or October for one of our 3 intensive programs, language and culture, academic, or professional. If you're looking for a shorter program, you can join us as soon as January or in July for our 3-week American Conversational English program. And if you are an incoming graduate student in fall of 2025, you can join us in June for our special 3-week English Skills for Graduate Students program. In all of our programs, our classes are small and interactive, with approximately 10 to 12 students per class. We have a variety of fields and backgrounds of our students, and so professors prepare very engaging topics to meet all students' needs. We have integrated language skills in our courses, which means that reading and writing is often taught together, listening and speaking is taught together, and all classes study important vocabulary and grammar skills for success. In all of our classes, there is frequent pair and group discussion to help you with your speaking skills. Finally, all of our classes use Canvas, Google, and other educational technology tools that are common in all universities in the United States. Our professors are educators with 20 years or more of teaching and cross-cultural experience. When you come to meet these professors, you'll find that they give you regular writing and speaking feedback on all of your assignments. This is often done in office hours or opportunities for you to meet one-on-one for personal feedback and advising from your professors. If you'd like to learn more about our faculty, please visit our blog at elc.georgetown.domains. If you join one of our programs, either the 8-week or the 3-week program, you will find a full-time study schedule. This is 20 hours a week in class, plus daily homework or independent study. Our classes begin in the morning at 9 o'clock, and you have a 2.5-hour session, usually a reading and writing class. At the break time between 11:30 and 1, there is opportunity for independent study, to meet professors in office hours, to attend some workshops on special skills or with guest speakers, and of course to have lunch. We return to class in the afternoon for another 2.5-hour block, usually focused on listening and speaking. After class, of course, there is independent study time, and we have a robust student calendar, and some days we have activities after class or on Fridays. So let me share a few more details about our 8-week intensive English programs. Again, these are 8-week sessions, and you can join us at any time, January, March, May, August, or October. For these 8-week intensive sessions, in one 8-week session, you'll take one level of a program. So if you join us for our language and culture program, this is offered at 3 levels if you have personal goals or job-related goals. If you are looking to pursue university study, our academic program has 4 levels. Finally, if you're looking for our professional program, this has 1 level. Many students will combine programs or combine levels to study for more than one 8-week session to meet their ultimate goals. In our intensive language and culture program, you can improve your English language skills while gaining a deeper understanding of U.S. culture and how to communicate in a variety of cultural settings. You will build confidence and vocabulary for speaking and short writing. You'll learn strategies for discussion and email virtual communication, and you'll strengthen foundational English language skills for academic and professional settings. This program is taught at 3 levels, which is CFR A2 to B1. In this program, CFR A2 corresponds to approximately a high beginning to an intermediate level at B1. You must take our ELC placement test at admission. You do not need to take the TOEFL or IELTS. If you're looking to improve for university study, then we recommend our intensive academic English program. In this program, you will develop the academic skills you need to successfully transition into academic life at a U.S. college or university. This program will teach you how to write academic summaries, essays, and research papers. You will learn how to give an academic presentation, as well as how to take notes with academic reading and lectures. You'll participate in a variety of class discussions and learn how to critically analyze, evaluate, and synthesize academic sources. Students in this program also choose an elective course to sharpen their skills in grammar, communication, leadership, or other special topics. This program is a 4-level program beginning at CFR B1 or an intermediate level, and then you can move to higher levels after that. Again, for this program, you must take our ELC placement test, but no TOEFL or IELTS is required. Finally, if you have professional goals, you may be interested in our intensive professional English program. In this program, we help you refine your English skills while understanding more about U.S. professional practices in business and public policy, as well as critical leadership and networking skills you need for success. We'll help you build confidence in professional writing and communication skills. To do this, you'll analyze case studies and organizational structures. You'll practice professional skills for interviewing, negotiation, debate, and networking. And our topics will focus on leadership, public policy, business, and NGOs. This program is currently offered at only 1 level or 1 session, and you must have a CFR B2, high intermediate, or higher level to join. This program requires you to have a bachelor's degree or professional work experience. Our ELC placement test is also required, and again, you do not need to submit TOEFL, IELTS, or any other tests with your application. If you need a shorter program, however, let us tell you about a couple 3-week short programs we have to offer. Starting as soon as this January in 2025, you can join us for our American Conversational English program. If that's too soon, then we hope to see you in July of 2025 for this next version of the program. In American Conversational English, you will learn, or you'll take part in dynamic in-person lessons that are combined with practical field trips throughout Washington, D.C., to visit landmarks and venues where you can practice speaking in real settings. In this program, you'll focus on conversational American English with vocabulary, grammar, and discussion strategies. There are many field trips and activities throughout the DC area. This is a conversational English program, so there is no writing homework or writing assignments in this program. We accept students at all levels for this conversational English program. Finally, in summer of 2025, we will also offer our short 3-week English Skills for Graduate Students program. This is a special program for admitted graduate students who are beginning a graduate degree program in fall of 2025. In this program, you must already have admissions to a graduate program in the United States. You will have a short course that helps you improve your ability to read university-level texts, write short research papers, reports, and summaries, and critically analyze information from text and audio sources to evaluate and make connections. You'll also strengthen your skills in listening to lectures and discussions while taking effective notes, participating in classes, group discussions, and team meetings, and delivering oral presentations. So these are all the programs that we have to offer at Georgetown University's English Language Center. If you have any questions about classes or schedule, please put them in the questions box or the chat, and I'll be happy to answer. So now we'll move to Lazara, who will tell us more about how to apply for our programs.
Hello everyone, my name is Lazara. So I'm going to go over the admissions process as well as the application process for our different programs. All right, so to begin, I'm going to give you a brief overview of kind of the start to finish of what the application process looks like. A couple things to note. Applications begin being reviewed about 5 months prior to the start date of a term. So if you apply before 5 months, it may take a little bit before your application is reviewed, but 5 months to the deadline of an application is the timeline within which we review our applications. Applications within that time frame, it generally takes about 1 to 2 weeks to receive an admissions decision, depending on how quickly you complete the steps above. So the first step is to complete your online application. It's an online application which you can access through our website. Once you've completed that and submitted that, the next step would be to do 2 things: sign up for an online interview, as well as take your placement tests. These will help determine your level and will help determine which level of the program you are going to be in. Once those have been completed and we've received our review on that, then you will receive an admissions decision. That will be received via email, and you will go into your portal, which you will create, and you'll be able to receive your admissions decision and see it in your portal. And then step 4, you will be able to confirm your enrollment in your portal and also pay your $200 tuition deposit. These 2 steps, confirming your enrollment and submitting your $200 tuition deposit, are critical for moving forward in the application process. When you're in your portal with your admission decision, you have to do these 2 things to move over to step 5. Within step 3 and 4, you will receive your Georgetown credentials. Once you receive them, it will take a few days for them to update. So once you've confirmed your enrollment and paid your tuition deposit, you may need to wait a couple days before you receive those credentials. So no need to worry if you do not see them right at the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little more detail. First, step 1, as I mentioned, the application. This is an online application which you will submit online. You can access this through our website. The first thing you will need to be doing is filling out your biographical information, things like your name, date of birth, etc. You will also need to attach proof of either high school completion, post-secondary studies, and or graduate admissions. So depending on the program that you are wanting to apply for, you can submit different things. So for example, on the right side of the slide here, if you are interested in intensive language and culture or intensive academic English, you will need to submit at least high school or equivalent, so proof of high school completion or equivalent of that. If you are interested in intensive professional English, and that is what you are submitting your application for, you will need to submit at least bachelor's degree, as well as proof or proof of work experience. And then if you are interested in our English skills for graduate students, you will need to submit proof of admission to a degree program in the United States. So any of these programs that you are wanting to apply for, you can submit your documents according to the list here. If your documents are not originally in English, you will also need to submit a translation with that document that's translated to English. It does not necessarily need to be a professional translation, but some kind of translation with your document if your document is not in English. And then finally, for the application, you will need to pay the $75 application fee, which is a non-refundable application fee. All of these components will make up your online application, which you will submit. And when you go to create your application and submit your application, this is the page that you will see. This is where you'll go in to create your account and sign in to complete the application. And this is also where you will return to later in the admissions process. So this is what the portal looks like for intensive English programs. Now, if you are applying for our American Conversational English or our English Skills for Graduate Students, the portal will look a little different, similar to this page here. You will click on the term link that you are wanting to apply for, and it will give you some more information about the application, and you will go through here to apply for those two programs, American Conversational English or English Skills for Graduate Students. Okay, so once you've submitted your application, you will do step 2, which is to sign up for your interview and your placement test. So the interview is a quick oral interview via Zoom. You will do this in order for our team to meet you in person over Zoom and to talk to you a little bit about your goals and the program you're interested in. After that has been completed, we will send you information to take your online placement test. This will be a listening, reading, vocabulary, and grammar test online via iTeb. Once both of these have been completed, we will be able to determine your level and we'll move forward in the admissions process. And as you can see here, depending on the program that you are looking to join, if you're looking to join language and culture, you'll need to have at least a level of A2 or above. If you're looking to join our academic program, you'll need to have at least a C for B1 or above. And for professional, you'll need to have at least a B2 and above. And all of that we will be able to determine from our oral interview as well as our ITEP placement test. And as Stephanie mentioned earlier, TOEFL and IELTS scores are not required. If you have them, you may submit them if you wish, but you do not need to have them. Our oral interview as well as our online placement test will be our guide for determining your level. All right, so once you've completed step 1 of submitting the application, step 2 of taking your interview and placement test, then you will receive an email which will have your admissions decision, and it will take you to come back to this portal. You'll need to sign into your portal again, and you'll be able to see what your admissions decision is. And through there, you're going to confirm your enrollment and pay your tuition deposit. These two things are critical to accept your admissions and to move forward to the next step. So be sure when you receive that email that says you have an admissions decision, log back into your portal like here, and then you can confirm your enrollment as well as pay your tuition deposit of $200. Okay, now for our intensive English programs, we have 5 different sessions throughout the year. So there's 2 in the spring, 1 in the summer, and then 2 in the fall. So here I have listed out the application deadline dates. If you're a student who's looking to apply for an F1 visa, the deadlines are a little earlier, so please be aware of these deadlines for either F1 or non-F1 visa students. These deadlines are hard deadlines, so we want to make sure that we get your application in by these deadlines so that we can review it and get you through the admissions process. Also, as Stephanie mentioned earlier, for our intensive English programs, they are 8-week sessions. And here we have a brief breakdown of the cost, tuition, and fees. Our tuition for each program, each 8 weeks, is $5,052. And then we also have a list of estimated living and personal expenses, as well as estimated insurance and books and fees. If you are an F1 seeking student and you're needing I-20 support, you will need to show estimated living and personal expenses, demonstrated funds for those. So combine that, your total that you would need to show proof for is around $11,000. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to apply for one of these sessions and looking for an F1 visa. Okay, and then starting our 3-week programs, the American Conversational English, we have 2 sessions available each year. For 2025, we have one in the spring, which begins in January, and then we have one in the summer, which begins in July. These are each 3-week intensive programs, and likewise, we do have deadlines for applications to be submitted for both F1 and non-F1 seeking students. Please keep in mind of these deadlines so that you can get your application in on time. And we also do have a breakdown of our tuition, which is $1,989 for American Conversational English. And if you are someone who is seeking an F1 visa and need I-20 support, we also do have a breakdown of estimated living and personal expenses, as well as insurance, books and fees, and what total demonstrated funds you would need to indicate for your I-20. All right, and similarly, our other 3-week program is our English Skills for Graduate Students. We have 1 session per year, and it's during the summer of 2025, this upcoming year, starting in June. As I mentioned earlier, for this program, you need to have proof that you have admissions to a university or school in the U.S. So be sure you're submitting that with your application so that we can fully review your completed application. There is a deadline of May 1st, so be sure you've gotten your applications in by that time, as well as we do have our tuition breakdown and estimated living and personal expenses. So these are our 3 different types of programs, our intensive programs for English, as well as our American Conversational English and English Skills for Graduate Students. Okay, if you do have any questions about the application process for those, you may type them in the chat box, or you can include them in the questions and we will get to those for you. So thank you so much for following me through all of those.
Okay, so if you are applying for an F1 visa to join us, let me share a few more details about the immigration process at Georgetown. So if you are interested in applying for an F1 visa to come and study, we can help you by helping you complete your application for a Form I-20. The first thing that you will need to do once you are accepted to our program is to confirm your enrollment and complete your tuition deposit. After you have completed these steps, then you will be able to upload all of the required documents for a Form I-20. Once this application is complete, you will receive your electronic Form I-20 by your Georgetown email. You'll use this to apply and interview for an F1 visa at your local U.S. embassy or consulate. And finally, you'll be able to enter the U.S. with your Form I-20 and your F1 visa. The steps to process your I-20 and to make an appointment for an interview at your local U.S. embassy or consulate may take some time. Our application deadlines for F1 visa support are approximately 8 weeks before the start of a session. We advise you to apply as early as possible so you have enough time that you need to complete your I-20 application and to secure an interview at your local U.S. embassy or consulate. Please note that these are determined estimated visa wait times at your local embassy or consulate. We recommend that you visit this website to plan your time to apply for the F1 visa. Finally, I'd like to share a few opportunities for university admissions. If you are planning to study our academic English program and you would like to pursue a university degree in the United States after you study with us, here are some opportunities that we have with local universities in Washington, D.C. We have 2 agreements, one at Georgetown University and another at Marymount University, which is in Virginia, just across the Potomac River from Washington, D.C. If you complete the highest level of our intensive academic program, and you complete an application to one of the eligible degree programs at these 2 institutions. At Georgetown, the eligible degree programs are our Masters of Professional Studies, and at Marymount University, it is both any undergraduate or graduate degree program. Once you complete an application for these programs, you can contact the admissions advisor and let them know that you have completed the program at the English Language Center. Completion of our program will then waive the TOEFL or IELTS or any other language testing requirement of these degree programs. This is a special agreement that we have with Georgetown's Masters of Professional Studies and with Marymount University. And when you are here, if you have any questions about this process, we will be happy to assist you. All right, so we have come to the end of our presentation today. We are very happy to answer any questions in the chat or any other questions that you have. And after this presentation today, we welcome you to contact us by phone, by WhatsApp, or by email at guelc@georgetown.edu. Please visit our website to learn more details about all the programs that we've shared with you today. And please follow us on Instagram at georgetown.elc account.